Introduction: The illusion of reality and hidden programming. What if I told you everything you know is a lie? This isn't your typical motivational talk. This is raw, unfiltered truth that no one else on YouTube is sharing. Today, you'll discover how to shatter the invisible rules controlling your life and rewrite your reality starting right now. This is exclusive knowledge passed down through my family, my mentors, and years of digging into philosophy, psychology, spirituality, and cold, hard science. Here's the bombshell. You were programmed, not by accident, not by your own choice, but by your environment, your childhood, and generations of conditioning you never signed up for. Every fear, every doubt, every limitation, they were loaded into you before you even had a say. And if you don't break this mental prison, you're going to stay stuck. Let's begin. Your mind is not your own. You think you're making choices. You believe you have free will. But guess what? 90% of your thoughts, decisions, and habits aren't even yours. They're just pre-programmed responses, autopilot scripts running in the background of your brain. And here's the real shocker. Most of these programs are outdated, broken, and designed to keep you small. Your brain is running on old, corrupted software, subconscious beliefs downloaded into you before you even had a say in the matter. These invisible programs control how you see yourself, confident or insecure, how you view money, abundance or struggle, the relationships you attract, healthy or toxic, what you expect from life, success or survival. And here's the most shocking part. Most of these programs aren't even yours. You didn't choose them. You absorbed them. From the moment you were born, your brain was like a sponge, soaking up everything: your parents' beliefs about success and failure, their fears, their struggles, their limitations. Every offhand comment, every emotional reaction, every silent doubt. Think about it. If you grew up hearing, money doesn't grow on trees, people like us don't get ahead, don't get your hopes up, then guess what? That became your reality, not because it's true, but because your brain was programmed to believe it. The mental prison: how subconscious beliefs control your life. The scariest part? You don't even realize it's happening. You think that's just how life is. But in reality, it's just the software you're running. It's time for a hard reset. Let's rewrite your life from the ground up. How to rewrite your life, like an author rewrites a bestseller. What if I told you that the life you're living right now isn't just a story? It's a first draft, a rough, unedited version filled with inherited beliefs, outdated limitations, and plot twists you never asked for. But here's the truth that will shake you to your core. You are the author of your story, not your past, not society, not the voices of doubt in your head. You. And the best part? You can rewrite any part of it, starting today. But what if I told you that your thoughts are not truly your own, but coded responses waiting to be unlocked? Step 1. Identify the old script. The story you've been living. Every story has a narrative, the underlying theme that drives the plot. Right now, your life is shaped by invisible scripts you absorbed without realizing it. Ask yourself, what's the dominant theme of my life so far? Struggle? Playing small? Feeling stuck? What beliefs have been driving my choices? I'm not good enough. I have to work hard for money. Love always ends in pain. Where did these beliefs come from? Parents? Society? Past failures? Here's the game changer. Reprogramming your reality. Breaking free from the old script. If you weren't born with these beliefs, they are not yours. They were just programmed into you, like lines in a script. Step 2. Rip up the old pages, destroying limiting narratives. Think of your life as a book that's been ghost-written by your past experiences. Every fear, doubt, and failure, just words on a page. But what happens when an author doesn't like a draft? They edit it. Right now, you have permission to edit anything that no longer serves you. Cross out the belief, "I always fail." Delete the phrase, "I'm not smart enough." Rip up the chapter titled, "I have to settle for less." Nothing in your past defines you, unless you let it. Step 3. Write your new story, the identity upgrade. Now let's create the reality you actually want. Who is the main character? Confident, bold, successful? You decide. What's their new belief system? I create opportunities. I am limitless. I attract wealth effortlessly. What does their life look like? Where do they live? How do they carry themselves? How do they handle challenges? Write this new identity down as if it's already real. I am a powerful creator. My thoughts shape my reality. I'm stepping into a life of abundance, joy, and freedom. Step 4. Act like the main character, rehearsing your new reality. Here's the secret. You don't become your new self overnight. You embody it every day. You get to act as if you're already that person. When doubt creeps in, ask, what would my future self do? When fear tries to hold you back, remind yourself, that's part of the old script. I don't follow that storyline anymore. When you face a challenge, think, this is just a plot twist leading to my breakthrough. You are not a background character in someone else's story. You are the author, the director, and the main character. And starting now, your new story begins. Breaking the illusion. Escaping outdated programming. What if I told you that everything you know is a lie? A carefully constructed illusion designed to keep you stuck in outdated programming. Picture your reality as a raw block of malleable energy, where every thought and emotion sends a signal that shapes your world. Step 1. Expose the lies. Grab a notebook and write down every limiting belief you've ever been forced to accept, so you can see these glitches for what they truly are. Step 2. Tap into the hidden quantum field of possibility. Find a quiet space. Close your eyes. Visualize a vast, pulsating field of light, washing away those old codes, recharging you with a surge of untapped potential. Step 3. Establish a daily reset ritual. Spend 5 minutes each morning in deep, deliberate breathing. Imagine fresh, vibrant energy filling you, while expelling the stale patterns of the past. Repeat a powerful mantra. I am the master of my energy. I shape my own reality. But transformation isn't complete without action. Take bold, micro movements toward the life you're designing. Childhood, society, and generational conditioning. Steps that defy the status quo, whether it's a brisk walk in a new direction or finally starting that project you've been postponing. Each small act sends shockwaves through the system, reprogramming your future. Finally, reflect on your progress by journaling your daily shifts and celebrating every win. Fine-tune your approach until your energy aligns with the life you truly crave. The truth is, the programming you've been given is not fixed. It's waiting for you to seize control and rewrite reality one pulse at a time. Exercise 2. Find the root of your struggles. Step 1. Identify one major struggle in your life. Money, love, or confidence. Choose one. Step 2. Think back. Did your parents or grandparents struggle with the same thing? Step 3. If yes, this isn't just your battle. You're breaking a generational curse, and breaking that curse starts now. Ever wonder why hard-working, working-class people seem trapped in the grind? No matter how many hours they put in or emotions they chase, they're always one step away from financial collapse. Why do the rich get richer while everyday people barely survive? It isn't because they're lazy or stupid, it's because they were trained to obey. The obedience programming. Why you were set up to fail from childhood, you were indoctrinated into a system designed to keep you working, not thinking. Think about it. Work hard and you'll be successful. Go to school, get a job, stay loyal, and you'll be secure. Good people don't question authority. They drilled into you that hard work alone would set you free. But is that really true? Look around. Do the hardest workers make the most money? Number. Do the most obedient employees become rich? Number. Do billionaires work 1,000 times harder than the average person? Number. So why does this myth persist? Because it keeps you in line. It keeps you busy working instead of questioning. It keeps you trapped in survival mode, too afraid to think about power. For decades, governments, corporations, and financial institutions have pushed this belief into society. They made sure you were terrified of stepping outside the system. They trained you to believe that questioning the system is dangerous. They made you believe that financial freedom is risky. They conditioned you to think that the only way to survive is to obey. And once that belief was installed, it stuck, passing from generation to generation. Your great-grandparents were told to shut up and work. Your grandparents were told to shut up and work. Your parents were told to shut up and work. And now, you're being told the same thing. But here's the truth. Hard work alone doesn't make you rich. Thinking does. Right now, we're about to reverse engineer the programming they installed in you. Exercise 3. Erase your money struggles for good. Ever wonder how to flip your financial struggles into unstoppable power? Step 1. Identify the money lies you were taught. Grab a pen and jot down the first thoughts that pop into your head about money. Think back to your childhood. What were you taught? Did your parents say things like, money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are greedy? Do you feel a twinge of guilt just for wanting more? Every negative belief you were taught about money, write it down. If you don't, you're doomed to keep living by those lies. Step 2. Destroy the lies you inherited. Now, flip the script. Next to every limiting belief, write its brand new truth. Old belief, making money is hard. New belief, money flows to me when I master the right skills. Old belief, people like me don't get rich. New belief, wealth is a skill and I can learn it. Old belief, wanting money is selfish. New belief, money is freedom and I deserve freedom. Your subconscious is a sponge. It soaks up whatever you repeat. For the next 30 days, read these new truths out loud every morning. It might sound simple, but remember, your old beliefs were hammered into you through repetition. Now it's time to reprogram your mind for wealth. Step 3. The Act Like a Millionaire Test. Neural rewiring in action. For the next 7 days, live like you're already financially free. Speak differently. When someone asks, "How are you?" don't say, "Just trying to get by." Instead, declare, "I'm making moves toward financial freedom." Think differently. When you see something expensive, don't say, "I can't afford that." Instead, ask, "How can I afford that?" Move differently. For every decision you make, whether about food, work, or spending, ask yourself, would a financially free person make this choice? Your body follows your mind. Shift your thoughts and watch your reality transform. How to delete fear and install confidence. Here's a mind-blowing truth. Most people think fear is just an emotion, but it's not. It's a habit. Fear isn't about what's happening right now. It's a replay of past danger signals, an old memory that your brain keeps running on repeat, even when nothing is threatening you. And here's the biggest mistake. Fighting fear only makes it stronger. The secret? Simply observe it. Don't react. Just watch it. Exercise 4. The Fear Purge Method. Ready to break free from fear? Close your eyes and pull up a fear-based memory that's been holding you back, a time when you failed, felt embarrassed, or powerless. Now just observe it. Don't react. Let yourself feel it fully, but don't fight it. Just sit with it. Then rewrite the story in your mind. Instead of reliving it as a victim, picture yourself responding powerfully. See yourself as strong and in control. Now take deep, deliberate breaths for 30 seconds. This practice retrains your brain to remain calm when fear strikes. Do this every time fear shows up, and in just 30 days, you'll rewire your nervous system to be fearless. Breaking free. The 7-Day Identity Shift Challenge. Your current identity is a prison, a construct built on past experiences, trauma, and outdated social programming. You don't just wake up rich or confident. You become that person. Exercise 5. The 7-Day Identity Shift Challenge. Day 1, write down exactly who you want to be. Day 2, identify 3 old habits that keep you small and commit to breaking them. Day 3, replace each of those old habits with brand new, empowering ones. Day 4, act as if you already are that person. Walk, talk, and move like the person you aspire to be. Day 5, surround yourself with people who reflect your new identity. Day 6, cut out every negative influence that holds you back. Day 7, reflect on your progress, reinforce your new habits, and commit fully to your transformation. This isn't fake. This is your new reality. It till you make it. Number become it until you are. In the next 24 hours, do one thing differently. If you hesitate, act immediately. If you procrastinate, do it now. If you play small, take bold action. Your future self is waiting. The final stage, how to rewire reality itself. What if I told you that reality isn't fixed, that the struggles, obstacles, and missed opportunities you face aren't random accidents? What if your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are actively shaping every detail of your experience? Imagine your mind as a high-tech computer loaded with programs since the day you were born. Every lesson, every experience, whether you remember it consciously or not, has installed software that tells you how to navigate life. One of the most debilitating programs? The loop of sadness. That relentless cycle where negative thoughts breed heavy emotions, which then reinforce those very thoughts, creating a self-sustaining system of despair. Here's the cycle uncovered. Trigger. Something happens, a memory, an event, a word, and a spark ignites. Negative thought. That spark morphs into a thought. I'm not enough. I'll never be happy. I deserve this pain. Emotional response. The thought generates an emotion, sadness, despair, hopelessness. Behavior. Your actions follow suit. You isolate yourself, withdraw, or sabotage yourself. Reinforcement. These actions cement your negative belief system, setting the stage for the next trigger. This cycle isn't random, it's systematic, deeply embedded in our biology through epigenetics. Science proves that your brain is capable of neuroplasticity, its ability to rewire itself based on new experiences. Studies by Dr. Joe Dispenza show that when we engage in new thought patterns and break old habits, we physically alter our neural pathways. Now, let's break the loop. Imagine sitting in the control room of a high-tech spaceship. You are the CEO of your own mind. Are you ready to delete the outdated programming and install the upgrade? That's your mind right now. Your thoughts and emotions are like automated programs running on autopilot. The first step is to take command, mindful observation. Start by noticing your thoughts without judgment. When a negative thought pops up, watch it like you're watching a movie. Realize it's not you, it's an outdated program. Detach from emotions. Learn to separate yourself from that emotional surge. Picture yourself as an observer, not as the emotion. Remember, your body's reactions are powerful, but they don't define you. Document your patterns. Keep a journal. Write down negative thoughts as they occur. Over time, you'll see patterns emerge, triggers, recurring phrases, or emotions. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to disassembling them. I once worked with a client trapped in a loop of sadness after a string of personal losses. Every setback led him to write, "I'm a failure. Nothing will ever change." Once he began observing these thoughts without judgment, he saw them for what they were, outdated software he could update. Step 2. Modify your behavior with new choices. Your thoughts and emotions might be stuck, but your behavior is the control lever that can break the cycle. Once you're aware of your negative patterns, it's time to choose differently. Replace negative thoughts. When you catch yourself spiraling, consciously swap out the negative thought for a positive or neutral one. Instead of, "I'm not good enough," say, I'm learning and growing every day. Act as if embrace Neville Goddard's teachings. Act as if the positive outcome you desire is already true. Want to feel joy? Start doing things that spark joy, even if it feels forced at first. Start small. Commit daily change doesn't happen overnight. It starts small. Commit to one positive behavior each day, whether it's a short meditation, a brisk walk, or reaching out to someone. Over time, these small actions build powerful, new neural pathways. Pro tip: try an affirmation inspired by Esther Hicks. I am open to experiencing joy in every moment. Repeat it throughout your day, especially when sadness creeps in. Affirmations rewire your brain slowly but surely, overriding old negative patterns. I used to be haunted by a loop of self-doubt and sadness. Every setback unleashed a storm of negative self-talk. But one day, I decided to act as if I was already the person I wanted to be. I started with small steps: morning meditation, affirming my worth, even smiling at strangers. Over time, these actions rewired my mind. The sadness didn't vanish overnight, but it loosened its grip, and I began seeing life through a lens of possibility instead of despair. Step 3. Reinforce the change through repetition. This is where the real work begins. Repetition. Our brains are creatures of habit. They learn to feel sadness, and now they need to learn to feel joy, hope, and abundance. Daily visualization. Spend at least 10 minutes each day visualizing your new reality. Picture yourself free from sadness, living abundantly. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, and feel? Visualization primes your brain for change. Emotional rehearsal practice. Emotional rehearsal by deliberately invoking positive emotions. Joe Dispenza emphasizes that if you feel the future you desire now, your brain will start building the corresponding neural pathways. Even if sadness lingers at first, focusing on positive memories and feelings can shift your emotional baseline. Habit stacking. Link your new positive behaviors with your current routines. For example, if you have a morning coffee ritual, use that time to read a page from a book on positive thinking, or listen to an uplifting podcast. This way, your new habits blend seamlessly into your daily life. Studies in neuroplasticity show that repetition creates lasting change. Think of your brain as a garden. The more you water the seeds of positive thoughts, the more they flourish. Neglect them, and the weeds of sadness will take over. It's a constant battle between the old and the new, a battle that requires consistent effort. But the rewards are absolutely life-changing. What if I told you that by the end of this video, you'll have the keys to break free from old programming and create a reality you truly desire? Because now that you know how the loop of sadness works and what science and ancient wisdom say about it, it's time to put these teachings into action. This isn't just theory, it's a battle plan to break the cycle and empower you to live your best life. Morning ritual. Rewiring from the start. Picture this: you wake up. Before you even check your phone, instead of diving into chaos, you take 5 minutes to center yourself. Sit up, close your eyes, and simply observe your thoughts. No judgment, just awareness. Imagine those lingering clouds of sadness drifting by, temporary and ever-changing. Then speak an affirmation that fires you up. Say out loud, "I'm open to experiencing joy and abundance today." Follow that by listing 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good exercise. It rewires your brain to focus on what's present, not what's missing. Next, spend at least 10 minutes visualizing your ideal day. See yourself handling challenges with grace, radiating happiness, and exuding positivity. Engage every sense. See the vibrant colors, hear the uplifting sounds, feel the warmth of success. This practice primes your mind for a day of powerful, constructive choices. Midday check-in, reinforcing the new patterns. When midday rolls around, pause for a moment. Close your eyes, take deep breaths, and check in with your emotional state. If a hint of sadness or negativity creeps in, don't ignore it, acknowledge it. Then shift your focus by recalling your morning visualization and gratitude. Remind yourself you are the conscious CEO of your mind. Reinforce your new mental patterns with a quick, powerful affirmation. I choose joy. I choose growth. I choose a new way. Repeat it several times until it sinks in deep. Got a negative thought creeping up? Grab your journal and write it down. Then counter it with a positive statement. If you think, I can't handle stress, flip it to, I am capable and resilient. This practice is your daily mindset reset. Evening ritual, reflect and rewire. Reset and reflect. The evening ritual. When evening comes, it's time to pause, breathe, and reflect on the day that has unfolded. Take a deep breath and look back on your experiences. What moments today did you successfully shift away from sadness? What triggers did you face, and how did you respond? Did you choose to react differently than before? Every small shift matters. Each moment of awareness is a step toward transformation. To truly solidify your progress, document your experiences in a journal. Write down the emotions that surfaced, the choices you made, and the victories, big or small, that you achieved. Reflection isn't just about tracking your progress, it's about celebrating your resilience, acknowledging your growth, and embracing the lessons each challenge presents. Before you go to sleep, engage in a simple yet powerful breathing exercise. As you inhale deeply, imagine drawing in light, hope, and joy. Feel the air fill your lungs with positivity and warmth. As you exhale slowly, visualize releasing every bit of sadness, fear, and limitation. Let go of the weight of the day, clearing your mind and resetting your emotional state for a brand new beginning when the sun rises again. Finally, spend a few minutes visualizing a peaceful, restorative sleep and a vibrant, fulfilling tomorrow. Picture your brain consolidating the new positive neural pathways you've built throughout the day, reinforcing the transformation you are creating. Imagine waking up feeling refreshed, energized, and fully aligned with the best version of yourself. Your subconscious is always listening, and by setting the right intentions before sleep, you prime your mind for the changes you desire. Understanding resistance, breaking the old patterns. Let's be real, this journey isn't easy. The patterns of sadness, doubt, and negativity are deeply ingrained. Your mind has been conditioned for years, possibly decades, to follow the same automatic responses. As you work to reprogram your mind, resistance will emerge. At times, sadness will come crashing back in, and you may feel the familiar urge to retreat into old habits and limiting beliefs. But don't mistake resistance for failure. Resistance is simply a sign that transformation is occurring. Your mind clings to what it knows, even if what it knows is holding you back. Think of it like a childhood security blanket. At one time, it offered comfort and familiarity, but now, instead of protecting you, it suffocates your potential. The good news? You don't have to hold on to it anymore. How to crush resistance and stay on course. Embrace discomfort as proof of growth. When discomfort hits, remind yourself that this is a sign of change. Transformation isn't supposed to be easy, it's meant to challenge you. Every moment of discomfort means you're stepping beyond your old limitations and into a new, empowered reality. Harness the power of yet. If you catch yourself saying, I can't do this, immediately reframe it. I can't do this yet. That single word, yet, implies possibility, growth, and an inevitable breakthrough. It shifts your mindset from limitation to potential, making success a future certainty rather than an impossible dream. Lean on your support system. You don't have to do this alone. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, mentors, friends, online communities dedicated to personal growth. Sharing your struggles and victories not only lightens your emotional load, but also reinforces your commitment to transformation. I remember a time when sadness felt like an unshakable force, and every attempt to change seemed futile. But I soon realized that every small victory, every moment where I chose joy over despair, was an act of rebellion against my old programming. Over time, those small acts of defiance against negativity accumulated, and I began to see life through a new lens, one filled with hope, opportunity, and abundance. Rewrite your legacy, becoming the creator of your own story. Your life story so far may be filled with chapters of pain, loss, and limitations. But here's the truth. That story wasn't written by you alone. Much of it was shaped by past experiences, family conditioning, and societal programming. Now imagine writing a new story, one where you are the hero. In this new narrative, sadness isn't your default setting. It's a challenge you overcome. Every setback becomes a setup for a massive comeback. Every time you catch a negative thought and consciously choose to replace it with an empowering belief, you are rewriting your identity. Every time you choose action over stagnation, positivity over fear, and faith over doubt, you are crafting a new future. Celebrate these victories, no matter how small they may seem. These are the building blocks of your transformation. With each step, you are not only changing your own life, you are altering the trajectory of future generations. Science tells us that the programming in our DNA is not set in stone. Through epigenetics, we now understand that our environment, thoughts, and choices can switch genes on or off. By choosing joy, abundance, and positive thinking, you are not just reshaping your mindset, you are influencing your very biology, passing down a new legacy of resilience and empowerment. Your final blueprint for lasting transformation. This is a holistic approach that combines the teachings of Joe Dispenza, Neville Goddard, Esther and Jerry Hicks, and my own hard-won experiences. Awareness and observation. Start each day by observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Keep a detailed journal to track patterns and triggers. Recognize that these patterns are just outdated software, programs you have the power to update. Conscious choice and action. When negative thoughts arise, immediately replace them with affirmations and empowering alternatives. Act as if the positive outcome is already your reality. Take small, consistent actions to reinforce your new beliefs. Visualization and emotional rehearsal. Spend time each day visualizing your new reality. Engage all your senses and feel the emotions of joy, success, and abundance. This primes your brain for change and reprograms your subconscious. Repetition and reinforcement. Understand that transformation requires consistency. Use habit stacking to integrate positive changes seamlessly into your daily routine. Every moment of resistance is an opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to change. Community and support. Seek out people who share your dedication to personal growth. Join online groups, find mentors, or connect with like-minded individuals. Growth is easier when you have a tribe to support you. Call to action. Breaking free and rewriting your story. This isn't just a guide, it's an invitation. An opportunity to step out of the shadows of old conditioning and into a life of boundless joy and fulfillment. The wisdom of Joe Dispenza, Neville Goddard, and Esther and Jerry Hicks isn't just theoretical. Most people shy away from this truth because it means taking responsibility. It's easier to say, life is unfair, than to admit, I've been creating my reality unconsciously. It's simpler to blame bad luck than to realize my own energy is repelling success. And it's comforting to believe that rich people are just born lucky rather than accept, I have the power to shift my financial reality right now. Here's the bombshell. Your subconscious mind filters everything you see. You might be surrounded by opportunities right now, but if your brain isn't tuned in, they're invisible. You could be attracting success, but if your subconscious is wired for struggle, you'll repel it. That's why two people in the same situation can end up with wildly different outcomes. One person raised in poverty sees it as a permanent identity. The other uses it as fuel to escape and thrive. Same environment, different programming. Let's get real. Right now, your brain is controlling what you see, and your energy determines what you attract. And if you don't take control, your default programming will keep running your life. This is your wake-up call. It's time to take these exercises, these hacks, and rewire not just your mind, but your entire reality. The power is in your hands, and the time to act is now. Are you ready to break the cycle and transform your life? Let's do this. Exercise 6. The reality shift activation. Turn your brain into a magnet for success. What if, in just 7 days, you could change the way your mind sees the world? For the next week, your brain will start filtering reality like never before. Step 1. Find the pattern of struggle in your life. Grab a notebook and spend 5 minutes writing down one major struggle that just keeps coming back. Do you always attract toxic relationships? Do you keep battling money issues no matter how hard you hustle? Do you constantly doubt yourself even when you know you're capable? Drop a comment below. What's one struggle that keeps repeating in your life? Step 2. Find the rule your brain has created. Your mind loves to create rules based on your experiences. If you've been cheated on, your brain might have stamped, "People can't be trusted." If you've struggled with money, it might whisper, "Money is hard to get." If you failed in business, it could be saying, "I'm not meant to be successful." Here's the secret. These rules aren't facts. They're just conclusions you drew in the past. It's time to delete them. Step 3. Break the rule and create a new one. Take each old rule and smash it with a new, powerful one. Old rule: I'm not smart enough to be successful. New rule: I become more powerful every day. Old rule: I never have enough money. New rule: I'm constantly increasing my income in new ways. Old rule: I always get overlooked. New rule: I am magnetic and people recognize my value. Write your new rule down now. Your subconscious learns only through repetition. For the next 7 days, read your new rule every morning and every night. The final secret: how to collapse time and speed up your results. Most people think change takes time, that success is a slow process. But here's the truth. Time is an illusion. Your brain is capable of massive, instant transformation if it gets the right signals. Exercise 7. The already done technique, the shortcut to faster results. If you only do one thing from this entire session, do this. It rewires your mind instantly. Close your eyes. Picture the version of yourself who has already achieved what you want. See every detail. Where do they live? What do they wear? How do they carry themselves? Step into their energy. Take a deep, intentional breath and feel what it's like to already be that person. When you open your eyes, move as if you are them. Most people wait until they see proof before they believe. But here's the paradox. Reality changes after you shift your energy, not before. Starting now, your mission is clear. Act, think, and move, like the version of you who's already made it. This is how you collapse time. This is how you make results happen faster. Warning: the cost of staying the same. Most people will watch, feel inspired for a moment, and then do nothing. They'll wake up tomorrow and go back to the same job they hate, the same excuses, the same lie. One day, I'll change, while time slips away. But you have a choice. You can break the cycle today, or wake up a year from now in the exact same place. So ask yourself right now, am I willing to stay in this loop for another year, 5 years, a decade? If the answer is no, then there's only one thing left to do. Act. Now. The hidden software. Running your mind. What if I told you that the struggles you face every day are simply a call to upgrade your inner software?